What's going on, everyone? It's Meshy here, and we are doing 3 tips a day. And this is Delver, 3 tips a day. Kind of just insight on the best out getting out of this game when speedrunning it, or just learning the mechanics. Oh, excuse you. Anyways, let's go ahead and get started. Tip 1. This is called tutorial jump, because this is pretty much for speedrunners and that just want to get out of, or maybe even when you're starting a new game and you don't want to deal with having to go through the whole tutorial. Usually past this area, if you go through the area over here after you kind of break the wooden barricades, there'll be 2 spiders you can actually get your hands on and take care of, and you can let them kill you. Or if you take your dagger, instead of actually using it to break the door, you can actually nearest wall to you and just do self collision damage. And that's actually going to do, it's actually going to be a lot faster than having to wait for those spiders to attack you. Dropping at least a good, almost a good minute on your time, which is really, really good. So that is the simple tip 1. And let's go ahead and get into tip 2. This one's a little bit more complicated, or more, I guess,
over here,
diverse, as you would say. But this is potion mechanics. Potion mechanics is the most, I guess, complex, I guess you could say. Not too complex, but just enough for you to understand and kind of get insight on this. There's 2 ways to consume potions. So consumption. So of course you can automatically drink the potion from your inventory or your hotkey, and you see I get restore health. Another way is actually to drop the potion down and have it get triggered. So I can actually trigger the potion here, and it's going to heal me at the same time as the enemy. That was restore health by the color of it. So you can actually trigger the potion by smacking it, and standing in the radius of the explosion will actually cause you to consume it, and the enemies too. The thing is too is with the second consumption, the explosion consumption. The problem with that is it's less. The effect is less. It's not as major. It's not as major as consuming it within your inventory or your hotkeys. So you guys want to watch out for that. So let's say you wanted to drop a potion down and figure out what it is. If, let's say, I were to pop a potion in my inventory like so. If it was an iron skin, it's 10 seconds on the iron skin. But let's say this is an iron skin too. If I pop it down and smack it, and I wanted the same consumption, it would only give me 3 seconds, 2 seconds actually, 2 seconds of consumption of iron skin, and that is not what you want. You want the max. So unless you know what the potion is, you want to maximize what it is and how you use it. So it's better to drink it if you know what potion it is, or if you identified it. So that is consumption. The next 3, per se, the next 3 are kind of extra tips about potions. So first of all is collision damage with it. So if you throw it and you just kind of make it activate by throwing it, you can kind of see what it is from afar without having to get to interact with it. So if I threw it again here, I get to see what kind of potion it is. So purple is yellow, and yellow is actually I'm sorry, that is, wow, I'm using my brain here. That is paralyzing. It's paralyzing, yeah, and it slows you. But if you drank the paralyzed, you'd be paralyzed for 10 seconds. But if you get hit with the paralyzed radius, the explosion radius, it's actually only a 2 to 3 second, what's it called? Effect on you, which is actually really, really helpful for people that are speedrunning or just needing to know what kind of potion it is. Another thing too is if you don't want to throw it, you can actually just place it down, or if you find it like anywhere in the dungeon, you can just smack it, activate it, and look at it. You know, I have the colors down in the description below to each corresponding circle color. So blue is restore. It's a restoring potion, and so you get to know, maybe, like, you don't even have to identify it. If you have, spot on, remembering, then you're good. You know what potion is which, and you know what you're gonna take with you into your fights, into your runs. So that's tip 3 on potions and the potion mechanics. Next this is just a little spicy thing I kind of found out. So if you take your potion here, you drop it down. Let's say close to a wall that it looks like about door height here. And you take that potion,
Over here!
you smack it close to the wall, aim forward, move forward at the same time. You will actually jump. It's actually potion. The AOE potion will actually give you a jump boost. Now, I'm not saying to use it to your advantage. Like, I mean, of course, not with the poison potion. Probably the worst potion to use. But jumping gives you. Oh, actually, with 10 seconds, that's got to be a rip. Okay, don't use poison. Don't. If it's poison, stay away from it. Don't actually be in it. So poison's 10 seconds. Sorry. I guess poison stays poisonous because it's poison. But like I said, this jump can be useful for some type of runs. I got paralyzations. I got 3 seconds on paralyzed. See, I was actually a lot better than before. But that's potions. That's the mechanics of potions of what I've figured out and what I've known to see. Like I said, it's better to consume it if you know what it is instead of dropping it and using it that way. And of course, you can actually take potions into fights. So let's say if I
over here,
door, I drank it. All right, that's a restore. If I open this up, aim here, and hit him with it, it's actually gonna automatically pop the type of potion it is. So I paralyze them, and now here it is again, paralyzing potion. Yellow. What the heck? Okay, that was weird. Anyways, that's paralyzing potion. That's yellow effect, and the aura that it explodes. It actually indicates what kind of potion it is, so you're able to identify what kind of potions you have and not have to be so scared of it. So that is that. That is tip 2. Tip 3 is throwing mechanics. So we're gonna go ahead and get into that. So I have a few weapons here and stuff like that. We're actually going to, okay, everyone who knows about the collision, about, self-harm and everything here and charging. You guys should know if you charge your weapon for a throw, you don't lose movement speed. Movement speed stays the same. But if you are actually dealing with holding and attacking, so charging weapon actually does not, it does not keep your movement speed. It actually lowers it, and that's what you don't want to do, especially with higher tier like weapons like maces and long swords. Charging your weapon is going to take a lot more time, but you can actually charge a throw, and it'll be a lot better. With this involved, you can actually open doors and hit enemies and just a lot of other things by throwing your weapon. Now if I reset, I'll go ahead and show you guys here. It's a 4 to 6 damage. If I take this and actually come over here to this buddy over here. Hey buddy, come on. Where'd he go?
Over here!
So if I take this and throw at him, it's actually going to kill him based off of what enemy it is and what damage it does. And so that's actually really, really good. So that is just one of the mechanics of throwing. We're going to go ahead and get into inventory throwing now. Inventory throwing is another thing that I feel like gets involved with a bad habit, and that's not knowing how to throw. Yes, there's to me there's a certain way to throw and a certain way not to throw. So highest velocity, lowest velocity here. So if you throw your item up here at the very top here, it's gonna go skyrocketing. It's gonna fly. But if you throw in the middle section here, it's gonna do the max charge of a throw without a problem. And the lowest is at the very bottom, where you're just gonna let it go. You're just gonna kind of release it from your pocket. You just be like, hey, here you go. And drop it, just just and then like I said, so we're gonna take this to an advantage here. So let's say we have an enemy here. We're gonna go ahead and look at him here. I have this set. This is my speedrun kind of thing, and I throw it. I have it in my hand, middle section of the screen here, and you just throw it, and it does max charge. It does max charge throw, which actually comes in handy because let's say if you're in the heat of a moment or a fight. Let's say I had not this. That's terrible. If I had this, I'm like, okay, look, heat of a moment. I have to like maneuver. Maybe there's like 5-6 enemies. I open my inventory. I have like maybe 15 different weapons here. I'm like, okay, throw this one. Let me throw this one. And it does max damage, max throw which is actually very, very helpful. But like I said, anything, let's say like 4 to 7, let's say you're like right here, let's say there's a doorway right here, and you're about to come towards it, you need to drop a weapon. You don't want to drop it right here, you don't want to drop it right here, you want to drop it below here, because as you're making your way towards that door, you don't want it to hit you, you want it to just drop. So as I'm coming towards this doorway, you want to just drop it below you. You don't want to drop it anywhere up here, because it's actually going to do, I don't know what it did there, but it did this for some strange reason. That's not, that's not the prime example I wanted to show you. But you don't want to just take it, throw it, and be like, hey, let me collision, do some weird stuff with this, but stuff like that. Don't do that. So that's pretty much it. Everything in the description below for the potions. And I know I kind of sped it up a bit. I should slow down. I am a very fast talker. I am very sorry if if you didn't catch what I was talking about. I'd say go back to it, and I'd try again. But hope you guys did get everything you need to know about like mechanics wise, inventory throwing and stuff like that. Max, you just want to understand that max throwing is the top, lowest throwing is the bottom. Keep that refreshed in your mind. You can throw weapons at doors to break them if in a rush to open up a door. Usually it's not the best thing to do, but if speed running wise, that's a good thing to do. Potions, you can use potions for drinking, drop them for consumption. There is the activation of it. There is the potion jump, which I don't use for any reason, just because I don't know why you would need it. I thought it was just a cool mechanic that I kind of figured out. Other than that, guys, hope you found this info very helpful. This is a 3 tip a day, and I will be posting more soon. Other than that, guys, hope you guys enjoy. Liked if you found it helpful. Subscribe if you want to watch more. I will be posting more as I will figure out a lot more things about the game. I will do as each update comes out. And yeah, guys, so that's from here, and I'll see you guys in the next video.